Hey everyone, talking about Armani Code Parfum, just came out in 2022 by Giorgio Armani. The notes are bergamot, bergamot leaf, iris, orris, clary sage, aldehydes, tonka bean, and cedar. So the first part of the opening smells so generic, men's cologne section of a department store to me, to the point where I was like actually surprised at just how boring it smelled. But pretty quickly, as it started to kind of bloom and open up, a smooth tonka vanilla comes into play, a little slightly powdery iris, and at that point it smells a lot more kind of inviting and warm to me. And obviously those notes are used in many a generic cologne, so I'm not trying to say like, oh, there's tonka and vanilla and iris, so it turned out to be unique. But the way they're done here is on the nicer side as far as masculine designers go. I'm not even an iris fan at all, but the way it's done here is pretty well balanced. It's not, I wouldn't call it something like Dior Homme level. Not that I'm saying that's the most irisy fragrance in the history of the world or something like that, but this isn't even like that where it's like all about only iris or something. It definitely has a clear resemblance to the original Armani Code, and I find that one to be a bit generic overall. I actually like this one better. I would say this is a little bit more powdery, and it's a little bit more modern, which is not necessarily what I would think powdery means modern, but somehow it's both of those. After the short-lived snooze fest of an opening, this actually does develop into say what I would say is one of the better scents in the Armani Code line. Is it unique? No, not at all, but it smells inviting, and it's pretty versatile, and good longevity, but low projection. Leans masculine, marketed to men, but obviously anybody should wear it if they want to. It's not like hyper masculine. So if you like stuff that's just sort of to this edge of unisex being masculine, I think you could still like this. It goes for $165 for 125 ml. That's a fairly big bottle, but I do feel that that's very overpriced to buy it right now. There's already often sales, like when I last checked, Macy's was having it for $140. Personally, I don't think this is worth spending more than like 100 or so on, and I can almost guarantee at some point you will be able to get it for that when it hits more like discounter fragrance sites and has been out for a little bit longer, or like Black Friday deals, stuff like that. Because yeah, it's nothing unique or like stunning quality enough to be paying, a ton for it, but it definitely is better than like a cheapie. And I could see this getting a lot of compliments and stuff too. Just don't go around anyone for the first 30 seconds to get the boring part out of the way, and then I think you'll get some happy results. But yeah, I will put links in the description where you can get a bottle or a sample if you want to check it out. And like I said, I do think this is better than a lot of the other ones in the line. If you really don't like tonka bean and vanilla, absolutely skip this. They do play a big role, or at least the tonka, and it smells a bit vanilla-ish. But other than that, I don't think you have to love iris. Yeah, or you definitely, it's the aldehydes here aren't done in some like major Chanel grand fashion or anything either. So yeah, if you've checked it out, let me know what you think.